Tony D and Little Joan, and this is your Screenwriter's Rant on the Thursday Murder Club, starring Helen Mirren and Pierce Brosnan and Ben Kingsley as a group of retirees that solve mysteries for fun. And then it becomes not so fun. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. The links are in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 18. Available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. So they're all retirees, and they look at cold cases, and then they solve them, and then it spirals into a real murder. David Tennant is in this, I think, too. It's a fun kind of. These are the four main characters. Celia Amiri, I don't know her. But, yeah, there's David Tennant as kind of a sleazebag. I think this was a BBC production. But Helen Mirren seems to be the driving force, with Pierce Brosnan as the sidekick and Ben Kingsley. So, August 28th, screenplay by Katie Brand and Suzanne Heathcott. Directed by Chris Columbus. I remember him. With David Tennant and Jonathan Pierce. There it is. Naomi Ackie, Daniel Mays, Henry Lloyd Hughes, Tom Ellis. So some pretty good names in this. Pretty good names. PG-13. So it'll be, you know what? This is aimed at an older crowd that likes mysteries and likes kind of wholesome. You know, they don't want anything to get too bloody. So this is going to be a fun sort of, mostly wholesome kind of mystery solving. You know, back in the day, like when the Hardy Boys did it. Except it's old people. And the show's really aimed at old people. Do I like it? I'm not that old. But it's okay. I wouldn't mind it. I don't know if I could get into it, you know. A lot of the older celebrities, that's what they end up on. They end up on a mystery show when they're old. They're okay. You know, shows like, this is a movie, but shows like this get old, so to speak, after a while, because it's like, you know, the old joke about Angela Lansbury on Murder, She Wrote, like, how many people does this woman know who get murdered? Yeah, this could be a fun little diversion, a movie that's not, it's not too extreme, you know? It's almost like a palate cleanse. As a cinematic palate cleanse, as you would, because it's not going to be, you know, that none of the characters are going to die or, you know, have horrible things happen to them. They're just going to solve the mystery, the end. So first act, they have the Thursday Murder Club, which is at the retiree home, and they're all retirees in England, where it's all very nice and everybody's very mobile. That would be the one thing I would say about the retirees. Where's the people on walkers and wheelchairs? But they have this club where they look at cold cases and they try to solve them, and it's kind of just for fun. And then they end up getting the new woman on the right, because she's a nurse, because I think maybe they lose their previous member. Maybe one of them dies and then they replace him. And, or that Helen Mirren seems to be the driving force. So maybe Helen decides they need somebody with medical expertise. And so they pick her because she used to be a nurse. And they need her for the case. So they do that. And they're trying to solve the case. And then it spirals into another current murder. And the murderees start to target the retirees, especially Helen Mirren, and in the second act. And then, just like at a classic detective show, There's a climax, maybe a foot chase that ends with the detective getting away, or the murderee, falling into a trap, and they somehow solve the mystery and the police come. And, it's a typical, the police are like, leave this for the police. Leave this for the police. You people are retirees. You shouldn't be solving murders. It takes place in England, so imagine that with an English accent. All right, let's read the write-up. Oh, based on a best-selling novel. Okay, so I could see that being a novel. 4 irrepressible retirees spend their time solving cold case murders for fun, but their casual sleuthing takes a thrilling turn when they find themselves with a real whodunit on their hands. Based on Richard Osman's best-selling novel. And I could see this being a fun series of novels. So, yeah, I could see this being good. It's on Netflix. I might watch it. Again, as a palate cleanse kind of thing from the zombie movies and gangster movies I normally watch. Something a little lighter. So, yeah. The Thursday Murder Club in August. And that's it for me, Tony D. And Little Joan. Check us out on the green site, the orange site, and the black site for more videos. I can't urge you enough to get an account there in case I'm deleted. I will be at the Collingswood Second Saturday event today from 4 to 8 p.m. It's right on the street in Haddon Ave. I'm not sure what store I'll be in front of. They've kind of left that up to me, which is weird. So I'm just throwing my stuff in the car, and like a hobo, I'll be walking down Haddon Ave asking the businesses if I could set up shop in front of them. But I do have a permit. So we'll see how that works out. It's from 4 to 8. The thing at 13th Child Brewery, I guess, happened. I overslept. I decided not to go because, I don't know, it was just too much for me to do today. All right. We'll see you on the live stream tomorrow at 7.